Hey guys, welcome to True Untruths YouTube page. Thank you for coming and watching. Today I am going to talk about last night's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. Right? Did you watch it? It was pretty interesting, at least. I thought so. Um, so Monique wanting to get the girls together, get the ladies together and just hear them out and have them hear her out. I thought that was a really good idea. Um, I think Giselle, she should not have come because she wasn't open to hear anything that Monique had to say. Her bringing a bodyguard was so extra, but that's who she is, I think. You know, she wants to be a main character on the show to me. That's my perception of her. So she goes out of her way to do that extra stuff. Like, why are you bringing a bodyguard when the fight had really nothing to do with you? Like, that was just totally extra. And when she left, and on her way out the door, when she was stating, oh, her and the pastor, they have a reputation to maintain, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, bye. Everybody knows this pastor that you speaking of, and there was a point in time where he didn't give a damn about any reputation, not yours, not his, because he, um, with how was this quote stated before? Spread them high and thin, or whatever that quote was, but he was a man of the cloth, a pastor, but he was doing way more than his pastoral duties, if you know what I mean. He didn't care then, and we're not 100% sure that he cares now, honestly. So, if anything, if you've given this man a chance after all that you have been through with him, after all the dirt he's done, being a man of the cloth, if you feel like he's a changed person and that he has changed, then you should definitely be open to someone else uh, changing. Even last week, you wouldn't even comment on the other children out of respect for those children and their parents. So, girl, bye. Go on somewhere with that extraness. And nobody trying to hear what you got to say. Because you were not trying to hear what Monique had to say. Robin, I've just always thought that she is a flunky for Giselle and has been from the beginning. She just from her and her baby daddy or her ex-husband and their whole situation, I don't think she should be as judgmental as she is either because, um, yeah, your stuff ain't perfect either. Your shit smells just as bad, right? Like, let me just be clear. I do not condone Monique putting hands on Candace, not at all. I just don't condone it. Like, I feel like if someone don't touch you, don't touch them. I don't care how much they're talking. And I do understand that a person can talk so much crap and be in your face talking so much stuff and it makes you want to, that you can feel this coursing through your veins and you want to, but just don't walk away. So no, I don't condone what Monique had to what she did. I don't, not at all. But don't be so judgmental like you're perfect when none of us are perfect. We are all prone to error. We all should be given a chance in life, and then if you don't see any change, okay. Like even Candace, she's not innocent in it all either, and I'm not saying she warranted anyone putting their hands on her because I don't think that. Um, I don't think that. No, Monique should not have touched her, but she's not innocent. She's displayed violent tendencies, even though it was a butter knife. And maybe you can't cut a person with a butter knife. You can hurt them with it still. Butter knives are kind of heavy, depending on, where you got it from. But if you got that right butter knife, you can bust somebody's head with it. You hold that, and yeah, you can hurt somebody with it. Did she throw it? She flashed it in Ashley's face, whatever, whatever. So she's not innocent, but no, she didn't warrant Monique putting her hands on her. It shouldn't have gone that far. Yeah, I'll stick to that. Wendy, in her opinion, at first I thought, okay, whatever, but honestly, I just don't think Wendy know her enough to judge her so harshly. I get it that you don't agree with what she did, how she did it, this, that, and the other. Say that. But I just don't think she know her enough to be so harsh. And I think the majority of Wendy's opinion is based a lot off of what she's been told by the other ladies of the show. And I really dislike that. Like, don't not like someone because of what you've heard about them from someone else, because someone else could always have an agenda, right? Like, they don't like them, so they recruit other people to not like a person. I've had that happen to me even as recently as just a few years ago. Like, we are grown, we are adults, and because you and I don't get along, you're going to recruit everybody else and say all these bad things and negative things about me because I'm not who you want me to be. I'm who I am, point blank and period. So, yeah, Wendy's entitled to her opinion. She's entitled to all of that, but just don't judge so harshly based on what others have said, based on stereotypes, because I hate the stereotypes of black women this, black women that, as if European women don't fight, as if Asians don't fight, as if Hispanics don't fight amongst each other. The narrative is us and our skin color. They would want to bring more negative light to us, so they keep us in that on display, because they're all skin folk. As I said before, like, they look alike, even though they have different backgrounds. They're skin folk. Majority of them, they're skin folk. They can pass for each other, but when you look like us, we're different, and so of course we're going to stand out more. So as far as Ashley and Karen, I appreciate them and their willingness to give Monique a chance, stand by her, and just be real with her, like, you need help, like, and I just really appreciate that from those two. And it's not even about them agreeing with Monique and the things that she did. It's about them saying, well, you messed up, you effed up, and you need to fix that. Like, yeah. And I appreciate and I respect that of those two ladies. Robin, yeah, she said it, like, Candace, she says things and she does stuff that make you want to, but to slap dirt off of her, but you just can't do that. You have to be more in control of yourself, because at the end of the day, you can only control you and the way you react to anything. You can't control somebody else, what they say, do, how they say it or do it, none of that. Everything you do is on you. Like, you are the only person that you can control, and that should be your focus. Like, don't let someone get you to a point where you're putting yourself in a situation to have a record. I don't care even if it's a misdemeanor, a felony for assault, whatever. Don't allow someone to take you there. Just leave. Don't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be in a room with people that you don't like and just not be bothered. Like, there are other people there, so just pretend that person is not there. So yeah, I think that Monique had a lot of stuff going on, and she is frustrated by a lot of things that's happening or going on in her life. And that teapot, when it starts to whistle, boil over. So it just went there for her that night. Yeah, I think Monique should consider her husband, consider her kids that are looking at her and everything. And I don't think that that makes her less of a positive role model for her children. I think that it shows that she's human. She's an imperfect human, as we all are, and we are all uh, prone to error. So we just hope that it's one that she can learn from. And that's the goal. When you make a mistake, the goal is to learn from it and do better moving forward. So, just Giselle and her self righteousness, girl, bye. Girl, bye. That's just bye. And another thing that I was happy about was the fact that Robin didn't just get up and run right out behind Giselle. You're leaving? Oh, I'm going to go. I'm leaving with you. So I was happy that she stayed to hear her out. And again, like, you don't have to agree with her. You don't have to approve of what she did. Just hear her out. And, give her a chance because she's human as you are. Your situation isn't perfect, hasn't been perfect, like, for however many seasons y'all been doing this show. So, yeah, like, we're human. And it's just that you don't allow people to keep making the same mistakes because the first time is a mistake. Second time, there can't be a third time. Some is like, it's not a 3-strike rule, especially in a situation like that. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, as far as Candace and Monique and their friendship, I think it will take some time, and if ever, I don't know how sincere it really was, their friendship, so I don't know how really sincere it could be. But maybe they can get to a place where they can be cordial, at least in the same room. And Giselle, she and the producers flash back all these times that Monique, I will drag you, or I would, had the umbrella, and I would do this, and just talking smack. But do the same for Candace because there are plenty moments where Candace dared people to do this, and she's up in their face and just being confrontational. So if you're gonna show Monique's, show Candace's as well. Like, be fair. Period. Just be fair. Um, Talk is talk. Like, still, don't put your hands on someone. Don't put your hands on anyone. Uh, but just be fair. Like, y'all want to show Monique's flashback, show Candace's as well. Show Candace when she had that knife going after Ashley. Show Candace when she's daring people or she's wishing a person would. You know what I'm saying? And even an episode coming up, I believe next week or eventually, she's like daring somebody to do something. So when they take you up on that dare, I don't know. But I think this has been one of their best seasons. A lot going on. And yeah, I don't want to see black women portrayed as bitter, angry, blah, 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 as if, like I stated previously, things happen in all races and nationalities, but they just want to put us on the forefront the most because of our melanin. I don't know, but we're no different than anyone else. From our heads to our toes, like we have a different hair texture, but internally, we're all the same. We all should have 5 fingers, 10 fingers, 10 toes, 5 fingers on each hand, 4 fingers and a thumb. Some say it like that. 5, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10, 2 legs, 2 arms. These things as women are other parts as women. Like, seriously, none of us, we're not different in those aspects. I don't care. Um, it is what it is. And hopefully they can get things together. Hopefully Monique will seek therapy to deal with whatever issues she's dealing with internally between herself and her husband, her family, her why she's angry, or whatever. Yeah, take care of that, handle that. So that was my take on the show. What did you think about it? How do you feel about all the women's reactions to the fight, the sit down, Candace, speaking with the therapist. Um, they show a few tweets and comments from viewers like us. And yeah, I just didn't think Giselle should have came at all because she just wasn't open to hear Candace. She just wasn't open to hear Monique. She wasn't open to hear anything she had to say. She had already had her mind made up. And so if you're not there to be open, why even show up? But she wanted to make her grand entrance with her bodyguard. Girl, just extra. What else? Yeah, I think it was a good conversation, and I'm glad that the ladies came to hear her out, even though they didn't agree with her not being remorseful. I mean, she was embarrassed, but she should feel bad about what she did. I think she did have a blackout moment, but she still reacted in a way after she snapped out of that maybe she shouldn't have, like when she ran out. And I'm speaking of is Monique, when she ran out the door and still tried to, run up on her, on Candace. I think she did have a blackout moment, but she wasn't blacked out the whole time. That's my point. That's my thing. Feeling embarrassed or being embarrassed about the situation is one thing, but you should be sorry that it came to that as well. So being sorry would be having a bit of remorse about what happened because you are grown. You're an adult, and it shouldn't get there. It just shouldn't. And you embarrassed your husband as well. And your husband says he likes Candace and her husband. So yeah, y'all need to at least or eventually be able to be cordial, if nothing else. And for the sake of your husband, because it just makes it uncomfortable for everyone. So that is my thoughts and views on last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. What is yours? Share your comments, your thoughts below. Have this ever happened to you? Have you ever, like, as an adult, popped someone for saying something you didn't like or for getting under your skin? Me, no. Have I wanted to? Maybe. But no, because for me, it's just not worth it. And at that moment and in that time, the person's not worth it. I don't want to jeopardize myself and what I have going on for some BS from someone else. I have been in situations with adults who, don't like me, didn't like me, and had an open recruitment for people to not like me as well. It's laughable to me. It just is. It's laughable, especially as adults. Like, what is this? Elementary? What is this, like 8th grade? Are we freshmen in high school? Like, yeah. I'm beyond that. I'm better than that. So, yeah. So thank you for watching, and I really appreciate you all that do take the time to come to my page, watch my videos, share it, like it, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so, so much. I appreciate it, and let's keep on this journey. Drop your comments below, and I will respond. Have a good day. Happy Monday.